Mahama returns to power in Ghana. After 8 years in opposition, Mahama secured an unusually wide victory in December elections. Opoku-Agyemang becomes Ghana's first female vice president. A security official looks on, next to a poster of new Ghanaian President John Mahama ahead of his inauguration in Accra on January 7. Photographer Nipah Dennis, AFP Getty Images. John Mahama was inaugurated as Ghana's president on Tuesday, returning to the office he held 8 years ago following his commanding victory in December elections. Mahama, 66, trounced the ruling party's candidate amid voter anger over economic hardship exacerbated by Ghana's 2022 sovereign debt default. He clinched 56.6% support in a country where the margin between the two main political parties has previously been very slim. Accra, Ghana. John Mahama will be sworn in on Tuesday as Ghana's president for the third time, as the country faces its worst economic crisis in a generation. Mahama, the opposition leader who started his political career as the communications minister, won the presidential election late last year after pledging to tackle the economic crisis, corruption, and unemployment. Mahama, 65, who was previously Ghana's president between July 2012 and January 2017, will replace current President Nana Akufo-Addo. Mahama was first sworn in as president when President John Evans Atta Mills died in July 2012. He served the rest of that term and then won an election in 2012. Mahama promised to reset the country on various fronts during a campaign that prioritized the economy and largely appealed to young Ghanaians who saw the vote as a way out of the country's economic crisis. The election in December for both president and members of parliament was held against the backdrop of the country's worst cost of living crisis in a generation, and was seen as a litmus test for democracy in a region shaken by extremist violence and coups. West Africa's regional bloc of ECOWAS said the election was generally peaceful, a continuing trend in Ghana. Andrew Takyi, founder of a local fintech company, ZPay, told the Associated Press, "LAM hopeful that President Mahama will use the 24-hour economy he campaigned on to improve the country. He can use that to widen the tax base of small and medium enterprises to improve revenue." Innocent Appiah, a senior media research officer at the Precious Minerals Marketing Company, said he expects the Mahama administration to prioritize transparency and accountability in the extractive industry, ensuring that the PMMC plays a more effective role in regulating and monitoring the sector. "I anticipate policies that promote value addition, local content development, and community engagement, ultimately leading to increased revenue generation and socio-economic benefits for Ghanaians," he said. Enyonam Agble, a trader attending the inauguration, said, "There was so much corruption under President Akufo-Addo, and all we want is the recovery of all that had been stolen to rebuild the country." 21 heads of state, other dignitaries to attend Mahama's inauguration ceremony. The swearing-in ceremony of President-elect John Dramani Mahama, scheduled for Tuesday, January 7, 2025, promises to be a grand occasion, with 21 heads of state confirmed to attend. A statement from the Ministry of Information on Monday, January 6, also revealed that 3 vice presidents, 4 ministers, and 24 envoys will be present at the event. The ministry added that press accreditation for covering the inauguration is now available. Journalists, including international reporters who have applied for accreditation, are required to pick up their passes from the Ghana Journalist Association (GHBO) office on January 6, 2025. Accreditation is mandatory for all journalists, photographers, and videographers attending the event. To ensure a smooth and high-quality broadcast experience, the production of the inauguration ceremony will be centralized. Television channels will receive a feed, and media outlets requiring a clean feed must have a minimum internet speed of 4 megabits per second. The inauguration will take place at the iconic Black Star Square and will include a parliamentary session, necessitating the relocation of Parliament's sitting to the venue. Preparations are in full swing to ensure a secure and well-organized event, with access to the parliamentary session restricted to invited guests only. Ebenezer Mahuma Jitror, Clerk of Parliament, told City News in an interview on Sunday, January 5th, that preparations were about 80% complete.